And we're in it.
To win it?
We're back. We're here. We're back.
Okay.
We're on. We're on it.
Get some sun?
A little bit, yeah.
Burnt my ankles. Didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. I got
sitting in a lawn chair all day watching baseball. Apparently, you got to watch the ankles.
Shin top. Yeah. And if you have your legs crossed for any amount of time,
right.
you're going to get some. Yeah. So I got the shin on this side, then like the top of the thigh and the knee on the one side.
Yeah. I think you and I were on the same program this week.
Dealing with a lot.
Lot of lawn chair.
You guys needed a Yeti cooler.
We did have a Yeti cooler.
I actually need that, by the way. I was going to say.
You're going to have to bring that back.
On my way this morning. I was get that.
Just to get everyone, pull the curtain back.
We
were in Jasper for a Pond Doc tournament that Rhett didn't go to, and he has claimed said Yeti cooler from the sponsorship of said tournament.
Well, he's
borrowing it
currently
from you.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'll bring it back right
you can't bitch about the hot weather when you bitch about the cold and
dude, it didn't rain at all.
I'm not bitching.
That's great.
I'm not bitching.
An unreal weekend.
Rhett put on shorts last week. The whole world changed.
Yep.
You got to focus. Stay committed.
Shift your focus or just focus?
There's a couple teams that
some should shift. There'll be some shifting.
There'll be some shifting. For sure.
Hey, let's get to it. Welcome to Barn Burner on a Monday. Presentation of Bet365, our favorite gaming partner in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
They're the best. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Get in the game. And we have got the Super Chat. If you're watching live and you put down I believe there is one. If you put a little money down on the YouTube chat, we'll take the money, get it to the youth centers of Calgary, try and make a difference. And then we'll talk about, we'll put your comment on the show.
Like that.
We'll give you one of those. That's right. Well, men, let's get into it. Opening statements for McLeod Law. There have been some beatings. We may need some legal help. Some solid beatings.
You been up at the Moss Pit? You taking a few cheap shots?
There have been a few. There's been some groups and individuals that have been on the wrong end of some solid rodgering.
Some bullying.
You think,
on one side.
You think Rod the Bod's called McLeod Law this week?
Let's take a look. I know we kind of introduced it last week. I was thinking maybe this is something that we could just have on hand.
Mm-hmm.
Not the post, just the shot. Do we have the screenshot? Yeah.
See, we don't have it on hand. That's what we need.
No, it's on hand.
Oh.
It's just
take a moment.
Kind of flying by the seat of our pants. If you were going to ask Rod Brind'Amour, what is it? Is it a beating? Is it a pounding? Are you down 3-0? What's the status? We don't have it, or do we?
I'm grabbing it.
All right.
Just give me a moment.
My internet's kind of acting up.
The internet is acting up.
Is that right?
Yep.
Who do you blame?
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, probably.
Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Probably.
Nenshi.
Yeah. We'll do all that. Anyway, McLeod Law. Peter Klein, Shane King, Litigator of the Year.
The lady?
Be nice to win an award like that.
Yeah, it would.
Hey?
We should be the podcast of the year.
Yeah.
Or just
it's the potty.
Most childish show out there.
It's the potty. Rod, would you say it's a beating, a thrashing, a rogering, a bullying? What would you, if you were going to pick one of those words, what would you?
Oh,
you know what? Never mind.
Oh,
it's okay.
Oh my God. The only thing missing there is a vein on his forehead that is about to explode into space.
Yeah. I think we could just keep this around and use appropriately.
That was the still photo that had me text Commodore right when I saw that. I said, I wonder what his good buddy Mike Commodore would think.
Oof. You missed a dandy on that.
I heard Commie was great. You guys cracked a few beers, had some fun.
If a few is 6.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a few.
Yeah, that's a few.
Yeah, Red had a couple.
I had one.
Mike had a few.
Yeah.
That was there you go.
It's not back often. He's got to soak it up when he gets here.
Yeah.
Big week for him. Had a tournament, and then he's got the golf tournament on Thursday. Oof.
Yeah, it's the golf tournament.
Then the 999.
I don't know if he's
the alumni.
The Canes they have to stave It's
Oh, boy.
does it feel likely?
I mean, they could stay. They'd probably just save some time and injuries if they just folded.
What's happening there?
They're getting
One
policed
team's better than the other.
by, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of
That happens in a lot of series where there'll be one team that's better than the other, but you still might win in 5 or 6.
Haven't seen a sweep yet all playoffs, so I'm not saying there will be.
I'm happy to see a sweep, though. Like you said,
Yeah,
this
it's time
is
to move
not
on.
really worth.
We might need the Panthers to rest up too, just for personal things.
Yeah.
Just get ready.
So I'm trying to remember because game 3, we'll hear from Rod in a moment. Next, actually. After game 2, so it was 2 games at home for Carolina. They lost game 1, then they lost game 2. And then on that Friday morning when Commodore was in, what was Rod upset? He was, we're talking about, we're coming in and we're saying all the right things, but we gotta, we're going to get some shots. I'm trying to remember what his gripe was after game 2, because he had gripes.
He was griping.
There were some definite gripes.
He was
He
airing.
wasn't happy with his crew at all.
Wasn't really happy with.
He was airing grievances.
Yeah. So then they came out and did much the same thing again in game 3. Not score enough, and if anything, score is one thing, but maybe performance-wise, it was maybe worse.
Possibly.
I think for morale crushing, it has to be because it was a 1-1 hockey game to around a minute and a half into the third period. And by the midway point of the third period, it was 4-1 or 5-1, and it just didn't stop.
Yeah.
To feel like we're in it, this is going to be our night, and then just get absolutely gut punched a bunch. And it's like, now we're 4 back. Like, how did this happen? That's got to be crushing.
Their 15th straight conference,
I believe so.
Finals loss.
They're on a roll.
Hard to do.
Not easy.
So this was Rod the Bod after a gut punch in game 3.
The 4 rookies in the lineup can't be some of your better players. Like, that can't happen. So there's a couple guys in there that, I don't think came to play the way they needed to in this type of time of year. It can't be Jordan Stahl and Martinook being our best players. Like, that can't always be that way. And they are every night. So we needed more out of some guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has a good relationship with his players, so they're okay with him saying that, or at least that's the perception from my seat in Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not a motivating.
You know what it is? You're down 3-0. Any card you got left to play, it's time to play it.
Yeah, I guess what.
I don't think you do that at 1 or 2. Like, I'm with
Now,
you.
is that a card, or is that just him
It's calling
being
out
honest?
your guys. It's calling out your stars. But to Rhett's point, it can go the wrong way if you don't do that at the right time. Like, you don't want to piss off your stars, but you do want to motivate them. But I think both your points, like, he's got a lot of respect from that room. I don't think this is like, a guy that never played, that's a new coach pointing fingers at players saying be better.
Yeah, it's because I even wonder what's going through his mind there. Is it, I need to say something that's going to motivate my guys for a must-win game 4? Is it, we're fucked anyway?
Yeah,
I'm just,
might be both.
It's probably a bit of both.
It's our guys need to be better, and he's not wrong. Kotkaniemi, I know, is the one guy who's seems to be taking a lot of the heat.
Hey, he's what, their third line center? Like,
it's a lot of guys.
Yeah.
A lot of guys.
I think it probably again goes back to what we're noticing is that the other team's
good.
Quite good and
very good.
Very
play
good.
the right way.
And it's funny, like a week ago, it's just everyone crucifying the Maple Leafs. All of a sudden, it's like, you know what? They're the only team that actually is giving Florida a little push here. And yeah, they blew a 2-0 series lead, but geez, they'd be I think they're doing better than Carolina clearly has against the defending champs.
Carolina. What are you?
I'll tell you what they
guys?
are. They're a team that didn't need to save 2 first-round picks at the deadline.
They're the Jets with
Should've
the better
used that to
first-round matchups. Or early
Yeah,
matchups.
I agree with
that. Is what I would think the Carolina Hurricanes are.
And
they're a good team. They're a solid team. They play as a team, but they're just not that good.
I think it's safe to say they're one of the best teams in the league, but it's also safe to say they're not nearly as good as Florida.
Not good enough.
And they did have I thought, easy path. I don't know that we ever drank the Washington Kool-Aid beyond being a nice story and a good team to be an actual threat to win the whole thing. And Jersey was so banged up, it wasn't really the Devils. You did no Hughes. They were missing couple D-men.
Panthers have outscored Carolina
Lot to a little.
16-4.
Yeah, lot
in
to a little.
3 games.
4 times the goals.
You have to check that, but it sounds right.
That's pretty lopsided right there.
Well, the nice thing about that is
that
you're getting to rest for a lot of that third period because those scores. you're not wearing yourself out late in the game.
So think about them adding Rantanen too, right? Because I think what you're saying about like what are they? I think they're a superstar away, right? And that's what they tried to do. He won't sign there, and they take a really good young player in Stankoven, who's probably a middle 6 winger at this point of his career, and 2 firsts that they don't flip and turn into other assets. And long term, that's a great deal for them. But what they're missing is what they probably could have got for those 2 first rounders they're sitting on top of all the ones they already have on their own.
So, to your point, just to kind of, whatever, Toronto losing, Carolina's done a lot of losing.
Last
a lot
3
of
games.
a lot of losing in the conference finals. That's been documented. But so when there's a lot of losing, there's not a lot of winning either. Now,
So it's one or the other.
Some of this is in the third round, so there's something to be said about getting to the third round.
Damn right there is.
But in Toronto, it's the mix is wrong. Their heart, they can't do it. This group, they got no heart. They can't do it. They're not winners. Where does that end and this start?
The third round.
The third round is great. Yes, it is a big, major difference.
But if you never win a game when you get there.
Because what did you just say that they're missing?
The superstar.
What does Toronto have?
The superstars.
So it's kind of a weird blend there where it's like, well,
they're pretty different teams.
Yeah, like this team is built on team, I think, and they're good and they play hard. Toronto's
got 2 series wins in 9 years, and I think the Canes are probably closer to 10. They've won in the first round 7 years in a row.
And that's a good point too, to look at just 1 year.
Yeah, and I get what you're saying. They haven't got to the finish line here, but series victories is a pretty good measurement of an organization over a 5 or 10 year period, because look, you're going to run into the team that eventually wins the cup in some years, others you're not. But over a decade, it's going to tell a story about how competitive you are against the top half of the league, which is your playoff bracket.
So the Sabres are better than the Leafs.
That's right. So how do you feel if you're a Carolina Hurricane fan? You make the playoffs every year. You're tough to beat in the regular season.
Always win round 1.
You win round 1.
You buy those season tickets for the playoffs and you just sell around
San Jose for the longest time.
Exactly.
Good. Not good enough.
Never got over the hump.
But they had superstars.
Yep.
That Thornton Marlowe thing, they were considered superstars.
Sure, absolutely. Brent Burns is wild there for a while.
Because I'm just looking at the regular season scoring. See where Carolina. Now they had 15th in the league scoring. Mikko Rantanen. He was Carolina Hurricane.
How to go there?
He's not anymore.
Did he get any points?
Go a little further down. Top 20, 19th, Marty Necas, 83 points, 79 games.
He's not there anymore.
Oh, shit. Because they need these types of players.
Yeah, they could use them.
To your point, these are the guys you need.
Yeah, difference maker.
Go and get these guys.
2 first rounders you just picked up from Dallas. You could maybe find one as a guy like that.
So be Sebastian Aho, I guess, is what we're looking at here.
He's a very good player, but
where's
he would be the best player on the Flames, but I don't know how many teams he would be.
74 points in 79 games.
Quite nice. Almost a point per game.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
It's a good season.
Where's Seth? Didn't he have more points than anyway, I guess what we're saying is sorry, Rod.
Yeah, that is what we're saying.
And now we just kind of truly, why don't you just kind of step aside, do the honorable thing, kind of like I don't know how it works sometimes in F1 or whatever, when you just kind of pull over and let the other guy go by. I'm not going to stand in your way. I'm not winning this thing. So you go.
I can see where you're headed, so I'll just get out of the way and let you go.
That's a nice thing to do. If you're driving in the fast lane, you see someone in the rearview mirror just hauling, like, do you want to just move over and let
I'm a lap down.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess you up.
Mm-hmm.
Get into the Airstream or whatever it is.
Style. Rod wants to win. He's a winner.
Yeah. He's probably a bad highway driver too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Going to speed limit here. Sorry.
And the thing is, I don't think you need to know Rod Brind'Amour to know how this is chewing him and eating him alive.
He wants to be in this series so badly. Like, does that not what it looked like to you? Where he's just like, I know this is the type of war I can help in, and I'm looking at some of my guys, and they're not.
They don't know how to do it. Yeah.
Whether that's Aho or Svechnikov or a bunch of different guys, I don't know.
Honestly, the games have been so lopsided that I can't say that I've been captivated by this.
No.
But and I go back to what I said last week where Billy Lindsay on the radio was like, why are Carolina trying to play the tough guy role? Kind of.
Dude, game one, like first shift, they took a run at Bobrovsky. It's like, you don't want an alley fight with the Panthers.
Yes. You're not.
Don't go to Philly and start punching people. It's not going to go well.
No. That's kind of what I was thinking and seeing. I'm like, what? Stick to your game and worry about winning. Now, maybe I'm overemphasizing that small fact, but it seems like everyone's trying to stand up to the Panthers because they're the big bad Panthers. It's like
they're already
go win
in between your ears.
It is kind of spinning the wheel. It's like outscore them. Tough to do.
A lot of
can you be faster? They slow you down. They're pretty physical. Damn it. Well, let's be physical then. That's not.
They like that though.
Careful what you do there.
Okay.
Goaltending?
Oh, their goalies.
Oh, he's like
pretty good
best.
a lot of the time. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Carolina's goalie was the best in the playoffs until he got aerated and now isn't starting anymore.
That wasn't even.
Yeah. That's what Florida does to you.
Yeah.
I don't think they've had a lead in this series. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but Carolina's kind of built to have a lead and suffocate you and play keep away with the puck.
Wow.
And when you're behind against a team like the Panthers, I can see why it's not working.
I remember numerous times in the Washington series where the Washington announcers were like, our top guys are spending so much time in our zone because they're just on us. Once we break out, it's a dump in and a change. You never get.
Men, welcome to the Carolina Hurricanes. It's going to be a great time. We're happy to have you. We've built this team. There's a lot of very good players. Not sure if there's a star among us, but we're very good players. And right here, I have our modus operandi. This right here in my hand. This is the scripture.
That's your mission statement.
This
for our club.
That's right. This is how we win.
Mm-hmm.
Tight checking, get a lead, protect the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go do that.
Okay.
Coach, what if we don't have? What's that? If we don't have we don't have a lead.
Can't page 2.
No, AI doesn't cover that.
Shit. Is there nothing in here about coming back from behind?
No. It says step 1, get the lead. So
it says get the lead. That was the first point.
I told you to get the lead. What are you talking about?
Get the lead, guys. 15 straight losses in the conference. 15.
And
That's
this
incredible.
one is a sweep.
Like, is that?
Sorry,
sorry, Rod. I don't know what the Brind'Amour math is. He won't be saying that one this time.
No, he won't. Can you? And again, if it happens, that'll be 4 consecutive sweeps.
Hard to imagine.
With a
In round 3.
with a ticket to the Stanley Cup final on the line in each of them. Like the pain. Oof.
Now you're playing a good team there, probably
You
too.
are,
right?
and every one of those series you are. Because there was a Boston in there that when they went to the final, I think the year against St. Louis, Pittsburgh when they won a cup, Florida 2 years ago when they lost in the cup final to I think Vegas. Like those are very, very good teams, and safe to say you weren't as good as them. But to be embarrassed, like that's what a sweep is. It's embarrassing. Like Flames fans remember when the Oilers beat them in 5. And that was like a little embarrassing for that group. They were the top seed, blah, blah, blah. But like 4 in a row is getting pantsed.
Wow.
That's happened 4 times in a row potentially.
In the third round. And by the time you get to the third round, you're feeling pretty good about
Yes.
this.
Every one of these 4 teams came in saying this is our year.
Yeah. Not feeling fat cat good, feeling like we know how we have to play.
We're the team of destiny.
We're rolling.
Yes.
It's our turn.
Yeah. And they had lost 2 games, all playoffs. They were 8-2 coming in.
You know what that is?
What's that?
That's the when you're outside grilling and you've been having a few.
Yeah.
And the sliding glass door or the mesh is
someone's closed
you just try to walk, you don't see it.
Whoa, who closed it?
Why did you what?
The Florida Panthers did.
Damn
Well,
it.
why would they do that? I've got a tray full of delicious meat,
Now it's on the floor.
and now it's all over me.
God damn it.
I've soiled myself.
I wonder Rod's pissed.
Do you think Rod's pissed? Maybe we should ask him.
I think Rod is
Do
disheartened.
we have that still again, Jack?
Rod, I
'Cause I don't want to ask.
Is it harder to be losing games where now it's kind of questioning team's heart when you yourself were a heart and soul player almost more than anything else. Does it make it difficult for you to?
His wires just touched.
Porter is sprinting for the door. I'm out of here.
He's like, I am doing everything in my power to not grab anything in this room and snap it over my knee.
Stay hydrated though. Need some of that body armor.
Right.
Get that up in.
Sure.
So are they going to play a game tonight, or are they just
I
going
think so.
Yeah,
I don't
got
know
it
who
written down
Rod's
here.
starting or
Yeah.
relying on. Who's going with in net?
So what do they do?
Playing might be the wrong verb. They're going to
I mean, we can look at this
host a
Dress.
game.
They're going to
They're going
dress.
to dress.
perhaps tomorrow, but they're kind of they've kind of got a lot of guys here that they're in.
Talk to me, Goose.
Fast, Roslovic, Tyson Jost, Eric Robinson, they're UFAs at
Yep.
the end of this year.
A lot of hurt guys right now.
Brett
so.
Barnes, Dmitry Orlov. So I guess on the back end, there's
Some room to
some potential
Rasmus
change.
Future Flame, Dmitry Orlov there, second.
Oh, boy.
pair.
Rasmus
He's
Anderson.
doing this a lot lately. Have you seen that?
him a lot.
Freddie Anderson. This is it for him. No, one more.
He re-upped. A
Yeah,
couple
he's
weeks ago, I
got
think.
good for him. Yeah, good. Whoops, good for him. Anyway, feel bad for Rod. Well,
Well-
Rod gonna get fired.
Oh,
no.
God, no.
And if they do, he's going to probably laugh because
Yeah,
he's
he'll
going to
make more money and get, probably a better owner to deal with. I think
better owner to
it
deal
would be
with.
tough
make
for
more-
him, but he'd be okay.
He's been there a long time. He won't want to leave. But if they did can him, he'd be hired yesterday.
Yeah,
And
100%.
for more money, and I suspect wins a cup somewhere else.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they got two rookies starting on their blue line right now. They could use Jalen Chatfield. They could use, Nathan Walker. Not Nathan, the other guy. Damn it.
Sean.
Doing it again. Sean Walker.
Oh,
thank
It's all
you.
right. Andrew.
No, they don't need him.
He's good. Team guy.
He's come out of the woodwork, as a lot of Oiler fans and Oiler people in my life. They
He's
found-
always had the undies, but he was trying to hide them. Yeah.
But just a lot of them, they had kind of lost your number for a while this
Mhm.
year. You didn't
Right.
hear a whole lot.
yeah.
Yeah, they've rediscovered it.
Like when they quit the team after the Koskinen deal.
Not
or
even
the
talking
Jack
about it.
Campbell buyouts, they're back now.
Yeah, but even after last year, it was a lot last year, and it had gotten pretty quiet.
Mhm.
They're perking up.
Yeah, they hey, look, it's a good spot to be in if you're a
They've,
fan.
they've perked up. Oilers 6-1.
So the other series has
Win.
been really close and entertaining, right?
Is there another series going on? I just assumed.
Well, so is it 3 games? So 3, 6, 9 periods. Probably for 8.5. Oilers have been really good,
Yeah.
and then they took some dumb penalties in Dallas.
so that wasn't even an even strength. That was just power play.
Yeah, that was just power play. Yeah, yeah.
I was
That's
thinking
unfortunate.
about that too, where it's like, yeah, you stay out of the box, take away 2 penalties, and you're probably up 3-0 there.
Oh, silly ones too, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, like cross check guy in the face, stick to the face.
Guys,
Oh, don't need it.
can we just not cross-check guys in the face? Okay, Chuck Knobloch, we'll do that.
Whatever you say, Chuck.
Yeah. Now, I'll say this. This one, shots are 34-24 Dallas. I went back and watched it afterwards, and so it's a 6-1. So when did the floodgates burst open? And it really didn't.
Just
Edmonton gets off, bang, bang, and then Dallas kind of gets back into it, and they play pretty well, and then some
Who
mistakes.
feels like they're in control?
But
Edmonton's in total control.
I mean, even during the games and during the periods, yes, there's some shifts and a little bit of time where Dallas looks like they can keep up. But even when they won that game, I didn't feel like Dallas was in charge of
no, they don't have.
They don't have it.
It doesn't feel like they're close to taking over and intimidating
No.
the Oilers.
No, and I don't think it's the team you're going to intimidate. Like,
But
the
you know
way
what I
they're
mean? It's-
built. But what they need to do is find a way to win an ugly one and bring it back to Dallas. Because if you're coming back 3-1, you're cooked. The only chance they have to somehow, maybe it's just Andres has to be unreal,
He
and
does.
Skinner's got to stop doing his I play well against Dallas and versus no one else in the playoffs. Crazy stat to show you later.
Because last year, when Dallas was up 2-1 in that series, and then it was game 4, they had a real chance there.
Yeah.
When I say intimidated, I guess what I mean is the Oilers looking rattled.
Yeah,
It happened in the LA series.
early.
They look
And
beat
then-
in LA,
They haven't looked
but
rattled
now,
since,
right?
then. They look like they're-
Dallas gives me no sense that they're going to get the Oilers rattled at this point. Now that can change. You win game 4 and you go back to Dallas and something. Okay, you can get them
They
rattled.
can't keep up. Well,
But
what gives you the thought? I mean, you said it. The one way they can win is if Ottinger shuts the door. And I think if you're going to beat Edmonton, your goaltender has to be.
Yeah.
It's why Vegas didn't beat Edmonton. They got out goaltended by Calvin Pickard, and you had a guy that had put together 2 incredible postseasons in Adin Hill that was very ordinary. You're not going to be able to say we have 2 players as good as Draisaitl and McDavid, no matter what team you are in the league. And so you should have an edge in net. You better use that edge in net. And to this point, I mean, Kemper for a bit, not at all against Vegas, not yet against Dallas.
Yeah.
You need your goalie to steal you one.
6 on 24. Wasn't it Noodles last week said I'm waiting for Jake Ottinger to show that he's being paid well and he's regarded as a bona fide number 1, and he is, but
Does it get again? So we just said about what's Carolina and Dallas got in common when they lose? Trips to the semifinals and not be able to get through. Like Dallas has been good for a long time.
yeah.
But are they good enough?
They added Rantanen and look more beatable this time around.
Yeah, and again, to your
3
point,
games.
through 3 games, Dallas was in control last year of that series. And it felt, if my timelines match up right, it was the CC Nurse pair was an unmitigated disaster, and they put Broberg up there, and one of those guys went to the press box remote, but all of a sudden they could roll 2 pairs that they trusted, and the whole series swung. So it feels like this is over through 3, but to be fair, through 8 periods in the LA Edmonton series, that one felt over. And last year it felt over. It's just while we're here and now, it doesn't feel close.
You know, the other, it's little things, I guess. Evander Kane has looked good. A year ago, he couldn't play.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been playing if he was playing. And
He was working through a torn groin. Which
couldn't play. Has, 3 helpers yesterday. Hyman scores a couple. Yeah, they look very comfortable.
And the biggest part is they're getting saves. Like, that's a close game if Stuart Skinner looks like he did against LA. It just is.
And the problem is, too, to your point, I guess, in a way, didn't like the Bouchard goal, the Klingberg goal. Maybe he should have. Okay, so take those. It's still 4-1.
Yeah, no,
you scored 1 goal.
I still think that when the goals are scored, it changes everything. You're closer. Maybe it doesn't end up. I haven't thought Ottinger. Game 1, he got beat. Glove hand twice, and then Nurse rang one off the post over his glove. Like, he's getting beat by shots, and there were next level players. Like, you can't take it away from McDavid, but Dallas wants to win. You have to make the saves. Yeah. You're not going to, because they aren't shutting them down.
No, you're not
through
winning
physicality
5-on-5,
or speed or forecheck. Right?
You're not consistently.
Like, I thought LA. Take Kemper out of it. I didn't think he was. I thought LA in the first 2 games in LA ran them in their end and owned the pace of play.
Their forecheck was they dictated the pace how the whole game is played.
I do not see that since.
No. And you know, the Oilers have done some things since then. You know, Jeff Skinner's played 2 playoff games. He started that series. Ty Emerson started that series. He hasn't played in a while. Victor Arvidsson's been in and out. They found some guys that'll battle. Like Troy Stetcher is not a sexy guy, but he's an absolute warrior. And for a guy that's a 6'7" and has been for 3, 4, 5 years, he's playing top 4 minutes with Nurse, and that's been a solid pair. That is something you would not have expected to happen.
Are you up for some Warner whiteboard?
No, but sure.
Let's go to the 2-0 goal.
All right, let's.
If we could. So Bouchard's shot, I didn't love it. It's along the ice. He gets it away quickly, but so it's 1-0.
McDavid jump screen.
As we go to the whiteboard corner. So it's 1-0.
How does this get to a 3-on-1?
What are the Dallas Stars?
There's an Oiler on his wallet.
What are the Dallas Stars forwards doing? Now that stick gets caught in a skate, I think.
I can't see the third
guy that's down. Well, he's way down in the corner.
Oh, is
the
he?
point of it all is that you're playing against McDavid, right?
That's correct.
You want to get back over.
You want high ground above him? You got to stay above him.
Yeah,
Play
you
above
want to
him.
be above him there.
Yeah.
Never, you always hear the cliche, well, we just play our game. We don't worry about the other team, and we got to make them play to our style. Well, the Dallas Stars are not making the Oilers play.
They
And
haven't
I don't
inflicted
even
the
know
wrong-
if they did, if it would matter, because I think right now, God, I hate this. The Oilers, like, they can play a lot of different style of game.
Well, what they weren't able to do before is win a low-scoring game, but they've done that a bunch now. Like you
They
watch that
don't look-
game 5 or 6 against, was it 5 against Vegas? Like they just said, like it's 0-0. Like we're just not going to give you anything.
Yes.
And at some point, one of our superstars is going to make a play and we're going to win
No,
this
you
thing.
feel, yes. And if
And the
you're going to
superstar was
go
not
up
Sarah's
against
captain either.
Edmonton, you'd be like, well, we can score on this goaltender, so let's play in their end and put some pressure. Their D's no good. Let's pressure their D and gets lots of shot.
They've been good.
They don't look uncomfortable in very many aspects of hockey right now.
No.
And I hate it.
I think the coach deserves a lot of credit.
Yep.
Because this is it's an old team. It's a veteran team. It's not the fastest team. And there's a lot of pressure there because it's been 9 years since the best player we'll watch in our lives has gotten in the league and he's still missing a ring. And you see the clips from last year, the behind the scenes stuff where he's screaming at, like you see, Connor has no interest in being popular. Connor has no interest in being a celebrity. Connor is burning to win a
He
championship.
wants to be the best
And
player ever.
The runway is really, really long if you can have some success with him there. But if you fritter these chances away, maybe he doesn't stay there. And so that's the environment that Christian Albach was brought into 2 years ago, mid-season. And I think they play structurally really, really well. They do not give up much.
Let's go to the 3-1 goal, Jack, for the whiteboard. So it's 2-0 for Edmonton after the first. Jason Robertson sighting.
Oh.
It's off of a tip
Oh,
in
he's
front, but he is alive. So that goal with 4:25, I believe, left. So they cut the lead in half to 2-1. Get out of the period, boys, right?
Oh,
Just get out of the period.
29-15.
Of McDavid's eyes got was like, holy shit, there's the puck.
Thank
How
you.
did it get to me here? So yeah, that makes it 3-1. And whatever momentum and hope maybe you had.
Jack, can you show that again? Who's the defenseman that keeps it in?
It's right side.
It's Bouchard.
It's hard to see in the
a nice play.
videos. Just leave it there. The point I'm making is that, well, how much time is left in the period?
Less than 25 seconds.
So 22 seconds left in the period. You're up by a goal. There would be a lot of coaches standing on that bench telling Bouchard to get out of there.
Yeah, don't pinch.
Do not pinch.
Yeah.
We don't need to risk giving up, because if that bounces over his stick, it is the other way.
Right.
Somebody's going. And I'm not, of course, things work out and you're not on the ice. So that puck's maybe coming clean. But honestly, there would be coaches and a lot of players wouldn't be waiting there for that puck with 20 seconds left in the period.
Yeah.
And when you're
For
getting
good
the
or bad.
bounces, you get them. Bouchard's not trying to lift this over a couple of sticks to McDavid. He's just trying to get this thing deep because he knows we're in the final minute of play. I got to get this thing deep. It goes off of probably a stick and a body, and it's
In that series.
I still wonder, like, no one ever questions when McDavid scores because he's so good.
yes.
But
Could use
does
a-
Ottinger not have to
You could
have?
use a save there. You could use a save there.
That'd be a spot.
Yeah, and because I looked at a number of different, I think does it go off of anything? I don't know. It's McDavid's goal. Does it go off a start? But it's kind of
So
top.
bodies there.
It's kind of top-ish corner blocker side.
But if you don't make those saves, those are your results against you.
Yeah,
That's
David,
the
yeah.
question. That's
So-
it's fine. If it's a good goal, it's a good goal, but you don't win.
The only team that's beat Edmonton the last 2 springs had Sergei Bobrovsky playing unbelievable, and he still got torched twice in that series, if I'm correct.
Can we go to the 4-1 goal, Jack? This one was the first one I saw. I need the whiteboard. I need Rhett's
Where's Rhett?
whiteboard corner.
Yes, the corner is important.
Let's
Don't
go to the corner, and you whip out your whiteboard.
Careful.
Leaving the Oilers zone. Oilers zone?
stop. Go slow.
Well, I don't know that we have.
Well, I'm just saying, don't just let it
Yeah.
run. Keep go. Like,
Is that Bischel?
it's
Bischel
3-1. You're probably pushing a little bit. Who's back checking? And why have you given up on the back check? You're still,
Right
that
with
back
Hyman.
checker is still on the wrong side of that Oiler forward.
The puck will stay in,
Whether it
and then
stays in
he's
or
thinking,
not.
yeah, he's thinking offense.
You're down 3-1.
I mean, like,
Now the hippo tank's jumping. You're in trouble at this point.
The hippo tank.
I haven't heard that one.
No? You didn't show that tweet on
The-
Friday?
Hippo tank.
Oh, it should have been in the Pinder Report.
Yeah, I know
You're
it's
just doing your work or what?
weird. It wasn't. Could we do the? Do I do the 5-1 goal? Want to?
I guess.
Well, we'll really bathe in it. When you're getting the bounces, you're getting the bounces. It's Evander Kane. Again, it's another. Hey, by this point, it's 4-1.
That's all about time.
And they're mad.
So there it is. 6-1 the final.
Oh.
Oilers lead the series 2-1.
What the hell's Pete DeBoer doing?
Well, the Oilers, they know about Pete DeBoer in Game 7s.
They don't want to get there.
So they just don't. Let's just do this in 6 or
Anything
less.
except 7.
How about
we're
5?
set.
Does that work? What's Pete's record in Game 5s? Yeah, DeBoer, you got just shush.
No, I
Win
actually
one.
think
That's all
Pete
you gotta do.
DeBoer
Let's
has
go.
to do something.
Yeah, I agree.
Am I wrong though? And I get
They don't look invested.
They don't look like they're playing fast at all.
Like they're younger and they're faster.
They don't play.
They don't look that way.
No, it's
And I
not
think they can
relentless. There's nothing. LA against Edmonton had them on the ropes because they were relentless on them.
played with
Relentless. Go, 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 go.
Like if you're Wyatt Johnson, you're 21, you're having a miserable playoffs. We need more from you.
Well,
I don't know
simplify
what's
it.
going on with Hintz in terms of his availability moving forward. He's got the walking boot on what looked like an innocuous slash. to the
My
shin
God,
pad.
my wife made me watch that. The shoveler, actually, I'm like, what are you doing? Last night,
Yes.
Sunday night.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm
Big
looking
night.
at that penalty. I'm like,
You're doing what?
what? Like, what are you talking about? Well, it's, that slashing penalty, I heard it was really bad, so I wanted to see it. I'm like, first of all, you're weird. What do you? You're actually going to your computer to check a slashing
Our
penalty
new pal
from a
George
couple
Peros
days
is
ago? Like
talking about
what?
it.
Yeah, who are you talking to about this stuff? And then she goes, "Well, that didn't look that bad."
Yeah, didn't.
Yeah, weird one.
Who are
Darnell
we to say?
Nurse looks. Hey,
It's a slash, but he even takes one of his hands off.
I
as he's
can tell you
falling.
this.
Like,
That's
it's-
not. Sometimes that helps. I remember lining up on face-off dots every time I'd line up against certain guys and a lot of guys. It was the old on the laces.
Mhm. Top of the skate.
None of them ever left with a
with
walking,
a walking boot and then missed a game.
and I gave them some good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like a freak thing where something at the right
Poss-
angle.
yeah, and
just, you're
that's-
like, shit, how do we fracture this thing?
A lot of bones in your feet.
Apparently.
You know that, Dean?
There's a lot of tarsals and metatarsals
Yes.
in there.
A lot of gout in some of our feet.
Yeah,
Some
some of
gout.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe that's what it was.
Maybe he's got gout.
Maybe gout flare up.
maybe.
Gosh, if the bed sheet hurts, imagine that slash.
Imagine the slash.
Good.
One hand or two. It's not good. So yeah, I mean it's
Got me right in the gout. We
I
need a
don't-
good game 4 from Dallas is what we need here.
Next time you get the gout, you got to put a hockey skate on.
Oh, I'm just even trying to get it on.
I know. I want to see this experiment. It can even happen.
Oh,
So yeah, a Dallas win is important, I guess.
I'd
Now,
say,
how they get
I'd
it's
say it's
more
almost a
challenging.
must kind
it's
of.
feeling must winning. I don't know that you.
It does feel must winning.
Yeah.
It's
3-1 to that
100% must win, and
Yeah.
Unless McDavid and Draisaitl blow out their knees and groins,
Yeah.
what?
No,
How are
it's-
you
it's
gonna
a-
win
I,
three
I'm
in a
with
game?
you. It's must win. Tuesday night up at the Hippo Tank.
That's
What?
it's the other thing is I don't feel because you had said it was about a week ago, and Connor McDavid, there's something not right. He looks okay now.
Well, they had time off. I think
Yeah.
that time off, them beating Vegas
Vitamin
quickly
D.
was a good.
Ear lights, hyperbaric chambers. Rhett's been
Mhm.
consulting with them.
Yes.
There's some blame to be levied here. You know, LA certainly deserves some, and I guess Vegas. We're giving a lot to Dallas right now, but there's a lot of people and a lot of time that led us to this point. Me?
Yes. You wimped out this round, so we don't have
You're
to talk
the
about-
one-
we don't have to talk about it on the air.
No, it's not fair.
You're the one that
conversation.
called your shot. Oh, they're winning. They're winning. I don't like
You
saying
wimped
I-
out. I was willing to
It's a
still
jinx.
battle through it. so
Obviously a jinx.
Yeah. Or maybe we're in big trouble.
The only hope I have
Uh-huh.
is that Dallas looked very in control 3 games in a year ago. And it ended up being a very different series.
Right.
have another one.
Yep. I'm actually just going to go right now.
Yeah.
There's no sense. What
There's some damage done in here.
It's that's what
Over in the back.
more than anything, people check in to see how Pinder is doing. It's like, so how's Pinder handling this? Pinder must be wound up. Is Pinder, is he still trotting out the McDavid leaving as a free agent thing? Is that what he's
Maybe
left
he'll
with
win
at this point?
or if they win, then he'll leave because he already helped the team win.
I think we had this conversation with Noodles in a less like tense environment, like playoffs when they're close. But it's like, if he wins, is it now like there's no obligation?
I
Thanks
did
for
my
your
duty
service.
for
I
you.
can go.
Yeah.
Or is it like if they don't win, it's like you idiots have built me shitty rosters 7 of the 10 years I've been here. I'm gone. Like which case, or is it just he's staying no matter what at this point?
Well, yeah. Like what would you?
I don't know. I could
one of
you
those
could build the
two.
case for both. My hope was if you'd lost to like they almost got swept by LA. They almost got swept by LA. Let's be honest. Like that's crazy.
LA should have beat them.
Yes,
they
they
should not
should
be
have.
in this situation.
There was no reason
And
for
that
LA to
team
lose.
would
a
have
game in
been
that series.
dismantled if
that is the scenario where if he says to management, you know, his former agent runs the team. Like, listen, I haven't been given enough. It's like, you can't really disagree with them. They're burning like 10 to 15 million bucks a year on bad contracts and buyouts. You've ripped through GMs and coaches. You know, they have no system where the two guys they did develop, they let walk in on offer sheets.
This is a boring argument.
But they
'cause
still
they're
might win
going
this
on,
thing.
They're going to win. And then none of that matters. Be like, yeah,
Like Sid's got 2 at this
spent
age.
12 on some
Wayne's
guys
got
that are no
3 or
good.
4.
So what? We
Yeah.
won.
They just have to win.
So if you had to pick,
Yeah.
McDavid wins one and then leaves, but you have to give them another cup, or he's going to stay, but there's no guarantees.
So you're saying he stays and no guarantees they win a cup, or if I know he's leaving, win the cup?
Stays, no guarantee the Oilers win. The other option is the Oilers do win, but he will leave.
I wish these were the choices because the real fear is like they win and he stays, and I hate that.
Yeah, well, see, I'm helping you.
I don't know. Like, I think Stan Bowman did a hell of a job patching this thing up because it, like, you look at
Klingberg is huge.
yeah, and everyone's like, look, it was better than Broberg, and you're like, you idiots! They were not sitting there in July looking between these two guys. It was like the fall when they brought in Klingberg, and he came in off the scrap heap and hip surgeries and looked like shit a year ago in
It's a
Toronto.
hope and a prayer.
Like and then it's Kapanen on waivers. Like they tried a lot of different guys here to plug the holes. The guys they actually paid this summer, Skinner, Arvidsson, and Emerson, have not made any impact this postseason at all. So Stan's took over from the old agent and done a pretty good job. I think I would love to just see him leave because everyone leaves Edmonton if you're forcing me. You know, there's no one Jersey Oiler that
you're good at it. You're doing a fine job at this, but you're
Am I wrong on this one?
well, you're
I don't
really
like
trying
either
to
of
I
these.
respect
sell.
the passion and the desire.
Yes.
You're the one that faced me with picking these two. I don't think this is the decision tree at all.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
I'm helping you because you're right. It could be win and stay and try to build a dynasty. His buddy Leon's there for another friggin'
You guys are
lifetime.
thinking about this all wrong. If we're trying to dismantle the Oilers, we got to get someone in the entrepreneur's ear.
Entrepreneur.
The other half doing all that
Yes,
stuff up
yeah,
in
the Pink
the
Pony
Hippo
Club.
Tank area.
Yes.
A
Got all
bistro
these-
would do so much better in
Yes.
Manhattan Beach.
You know what? You are too big for the city of Edmonton.
Yes.
You're the star here.
What are you doing here?
You could be huge in
Why
LA.
do you want this
Look
way?
what it did for Wayne's wife.
That is one way to go.
1 month,
Do you
she's
have
a
a,
center.
do you have a
Well,
next
she's
number?
a superstar.
Text, Jack, can we get the
You
entrepreneur
think
on
if
the
the
show?
entrepreneur's not saying, yeah, there's one more year and we're leaving, buddy. That's who do we know?
yeah.
We
Let's
got a
start.
back channel to the other half.
Yeah, it's one way. That's the way.
Your
Well,
interior design skills are
you
so
think those-
incredible. They are lost in Edmonton.
think
we
those-
need to get you to a huge architectural capital.
Yes.
You should be making beach houses in LA.
What about New York?
Oh, New York. You do
New
a
York's
wonderful job
wonderful.
there.
You
Yeah.
love New York.
Right off the park. Or just hang out there at the fucking Hippo Tank. Up to you.
Hearingloss.ca. I think I need to go back.
What?
Yep.
Everything okay?
You just
Everything's
like going
fine.
back for
Good.
fun.
But you know what? Yesterday I was because it was a lot of softball, and maybe it was dehydration or something. But I had some of this in my one ear. Not ideal.
Hmm.
Luckily, I live here in a city that has the very best at treating hearing loss and hearing issues.
5 locations here, Dean. Wherever you are, they're close.
5.
Just around the
5.
corner from wherever you might be.
That's right. Hearingloss.ca, locally owned and operated. It's not about hearing loss or impairment. It's about empowering everyone to be socially active. Travis and Sabrina, they're not going anywhere. They're committed to the city. They're entrepreneurs and they're staying.
Business champions.
Yep. They are the very best at what they do. They are changing people's lives quite literally on a daily basis at each one. They have 5 in BC. They have 5 in Calgary. You book yourself an assessment. People of all ages can suffer from hearing loss. And it might be one of those things. If something like that happens, it's not normal. It's not, oh, I guess just one of my ears shut off for a couple minutes.
Pardon me?
Yeah, I was, is there something? Because I'm hearing like a ringing and now it's better now. Probably get it checked out.
Maybe look at that.
Right there.
Talk to somebody about it. Right there. Kids, it's tough. Kids don't know what they're looking for. Maybe they're in school. Their marks are suffering.
Can't hear the teacher at the back of the class.
Is there a chance? It's like, oh, well, where's he sitting? He or she. Get them glasses. Are we thinking about the hearing?
Should be.
Better be. Helping you hear better is simply their way of helping you live better. Book an assessment today. Hearingloss.ca. The very best.
You got some sun on the weekend, by the way. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, I did.
I'm noticing that.
We already
Yeah.
talked about that.
Did you?
It's a lot.
I just mean like the beak especially is quite
Yeah.
red.
Well, yeah, and you can't, like I say, shouldn't bitch about it because
Oh, there's
I
no
think it was
complaints.
Friday night. It was like winter coats and toques.
Turn quick.
And the next day you're
Well, guess what?
what?
Just wait.
What in Calgary?
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Just wait 5. You're such a card. Jesus.
You like that? Huh?
Gosh. Whew. Do we have an update on the 999? Was there some?
I've been training.
Ooh, I heard lots of
Was
things. My phone was buzzing.
yeah, the phone was buzzing. Was there?
Updating.
What's happening with the
Who have
999,
we
which is
annoyed?
now just days away?
999 is Friday. It is a 5 o'clock first pitch between the Jays and the A's. Doors at 4. Our good pals at Greta are hosting. Big thank you to our friends at Origin Brewing who are supplying
We're not
the
allowed to have this.
alcoholic beer. And of course, if you'd like, you could do it without non-alcoholic beer as well.
So we
Of
did.
course, we're
so
not
we-
encouraging overindulgence. Alcoholic or non-alcoholic beers. 9 of them, 9 hot dogs, brought to you by good friends at Bonton Meat Market. And 9 innings of baseball, where we can gather as friends.
Isn't this the thing that we weren't supposed to put up without the changes?
No, that's fine.
Pretty sure that's what we were told.
Yeah, I mean it's important to probably mention that it's not about encouraging overindulgence.
Gosh, no.
Mm.
It's about warfare on your stomach.
If you get to a point where it's, I feel like I may be having to, then there's no pressure. You
Mhm.
stop.
Stop. You
That
know
is
what?
one
Maybe
thing-
like the Brazilian barbecue place. You just
Yes,
turn
turn it to the red.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Right? It's just for fun. We're not encouraging overindulgence in any way, shape, or form.
Again, maybe you don't consume alcohol. You can still do the 999.
Yes.
We're
And
happy to
beers.
have
The
you.
money's going to charity.
We've got non-alcoholic beer at the ready.
Correct.
The
29
999 is sold out.
No kidding.
Competitors.
I had a buddy
fully locked
go to
and
buy it
loaded.
yesterday. Sold out.
Only general admission tickets are left, where for $9.99, you will get 1 dog and 1 beer, alcoholic or non-alcoholic,
Yeah.
your
one
choice.
beverage.
And you get to watch, kind of like the Hippo Tank. You're going to be right near the action, and it's going to be a lot of chaos. Way more reasonably priced.
There you have it. Thank you to Platinum Mitsubishi, Bonton Meat Market, Origin, Greta, and the proceeds go to Woods Homes
So
this Friday.
Brett has to, at some point, make a call here.
it'll
He
all
is,
depend on the floor availability in Strathmore, Alberta. A lot
Floor.
going on this weekend. I got to go to
availability.
Strathmore. I got Indus. I got
Goodness.
lacrosse. I got hockey.
I know where I'll be.
Uh-oh.
The Ball Diamond.
Probably. And
Hippo Tank?
yes,
I was going to say I might have a conundrum here. Are you going actually to the Hippo Tank?
I'm not going to. No
Okay,
chance.
so this is the issue. It's been laid in
But
front of me.
the cultural capital.
Yes,
I love how we now have a new nickname. It's great.
the middleman. Well, Billy Bob What's his favorite team?
Don't say it. Oh, it's the Panteros. Yeah.
The Panteros.
God bless his soul.
Was going to take him to.
You owe
remember
one.
last year? You want to
You
go to
owe
a game,
one.
kid? Yeah, but I only want to go to game 7.
Does he do any martial arts? What? Has he seen the videos from the Moss Pit
How do we roll into there?
with your jerseys on?
The jerseys on.
And the
Or
Dukes
am I
up.
safer just to get on the flight?
Dukes up.
Head south.
Oof.
Head
Oof is
south.
right.
I mean, look, it's the Hippo Tank. It's you're gonna have to be very. I've got a buddy going up. He's like, "Can someone find me a Dallas jersey?" I'm like, "That is a decision, man. That is a choice."
Now, didn't Noodles kid wear the wrong jersey?
Well, yeah, Noodles called in a favor
And then
from
I'm going to phone in
Big
a favor
Bob.
to Noodles to call in a favor.
from Big Bob Nicholson there, and then his kid showed up wearing the other team's uni.
the finals or the semis. How far was that in?
I think it was the final.
I think it was the
So it was
finals.
a Cats jersey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, his dad played for the Cats, eh?
Right. I do forget that.
What do I do?
He used to play for the Cats.
I did. Do I man up? Put on my old 23 jersey?
I think the old pouncing Panther needs you. 2-3.
Yeah, we definitely need the 2-3. Now, do you have the Hippo reference?
Jack's got it.
Coming
in a few
up.
spots here. I can put it back to the top of the chat.
Anyway,
Is it
I
in the
assumed you
Pinder
used it Friday.
No, well, we
Jeez.
got distracted by the big lug that was sitting in your chair.
oh man, and if
He
you
was
haven't,
rolling.
if
I think
you
I might have to
have
go back and watch that. It sounds like
a bit of a
good time.
road trip, you can download Friday's podcast and just put it into your ears and let it go. There was a lot of things there.
Deuce, driving back to the farm in Sask, listening to you guys with Commodore. That was hilarious. I said, we had a good show Friday. I almost spit my water out when he called your kid Gronk.
Jeez.
That's right. He did do that.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did do that.
Well, Gronk.
Yeah. So, I mean, as good as today's show is, man, go back and listen to Fridays if you missed it.
Miss a little, miss a lot.
Yeah, miss a little, miss a lot. So we'll see you. Won't see you, but we'll see you on Friday at Origin or at Greta with Origin Bonton Meat Market.
Yes.
I might be in both places.
At 999.
I might be at Orange in the afternoon in Strathmore.
Right.
Really.
How about it?
This is it.
I love hot dogs too.
And I did a wing challenge. I was sneaking dogs in at the Diamond because they had the barbecue
yeah.
fundraiser
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on the
Now,
weekend.
when you say sneaking, is that because you didn't want to get caught by somebody you live with?
Oh
or
yeah,
just-
if she'll take one of those chopper block
Yeah.
chefs like cut the meat through the bone knives. Like I lose a pinky if she keeps just
Cleaver?
cleaver. Thank
Yeah.
you. I'll get cleavered if I'm eating a hot dog.
Hmm.
Yeah, she doesn't know about the knife.
What about a smoky?
So a hot dog, you lose a finger.
Right.
What about 9 of them?
Shh.
Yeah.
It's our little secret.
So she's not a regular viewer or listener to the podcast.
Probably best that way.
Yeah, probably best. Probably best. Good stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So
Yeah.
is Jack in on this?
Jack's doing it.
What do you mean? Am I in on this?
Well, you said you could do it, but I don't ever believe anything.
He
you
says
say.
he's doing it in 30 minutes. He's
Yeah.
making all kinds of outrageous claims.
But you
Because
don't.
you wimped out yesterday. You go out one night and then you spend the next just
36 hours
Huddled.
sleeping. Yeah.
I had a good night.
Tell us about it.
I don't need to get into it.
What are you
Anything
talking
else?
about?
Come on,
Hey,
share with the
hey,
class.
part of the
We had
team.
some-
Come
we had-
on.
In
We
the
smoked
trust
some
tree?
brisket. I sent you guys the pictures.
Mhm.
You smoke brisket.
And then, yeah, it was a late night out in the town.
Did the
Anything else
brisket
good?
come off the smoker at like 2 a.m.? What do you mean?
Anything else got smoked?
Nothing else got smoked. But yeah, what do you mean? I've been in on this since we started. I've been
forgot,
recruiting people.
so-
I've been training people.
He's got some Lugans signed up.
Yeah, and I tried to get more yesterday, and then it was.
Is that
I
what
can't.
this is just going to
Well,
be?
then
It's
get
just
him a
be
general
Jack's
admission.
buddies.
yes. This is
It'll just be like
sustenance
any other
for Jack.
Friday or Saturday night. It's Pinder and Jack and Jack's dumb buddies having a bunch of drinks.
Upset they're saving a ton of money on
Yeah,
food
they-
and
That's
beverage.
exactly what it is. Well, we
For
can
the
go out
kids.
for a burger and fries.
Yeah.
Or we can go with
$25 or 9.
My buddies were like, "Should we just buy multiple entries? We'll get like 18 beers."
Oh.
They didn't do that.
Show up at noon. So I'm on my second 999.
Oh, I suppose if you wanted, because I'm just thinking,
Mhm.
if you wanted to do the general admission, that gets you 1 and 1.
Yeah.
just keep buying.
So no stopping you from.
Where's the money
More
going?
dogs. It's for the kids.
Well, but that's. Are you then going to say, hey, even though I'm not in the I'm not up for a
if
t-shirt.
you want to spend $99 for something that costs $29, I think the kids are going to be okay with it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, we'll see how many dogs. How many trucks of like Rhett orders of the meat come down.
It's the hardest thing, man. Once you start smelling hot dogs, you don't think you don't even know you want one, but you do.
I know when I smell it, I do.
Right in there.
We haven't talked about the buns. It's the one factor that I'm a little.
Again, the only concern Pinder has, it's not the size of the beverage. It's not the flavor. It's not, is it a light beer? Is it a heavy IPA? It's the buns. What about the buns?
They can't be too big.
That's what I mean.
He's worried about the
And if they're
volume.
crusty or dry a little.
So is that case? We should.
I got to check in on the
You
buns.
check
wanna
in with
get
Casey.
You know what?
The ones
Casey
with
will
the
come on
most
if you want.
preservatives in them.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
get
get
Casey
Casey
on.
on this week.
Yeah. We'll find a day
Steam
you can
those
pop on.
things.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
The buns could be a huge game changer because what you want are the smaller,
Squishy.
You
Moist
just
squishy,
want the like
stay
Wonder
out of the way.
Bread
Yeah.
little guy. Yeah.
Like imagine a loaf of white bread fresh and you just rolled that one piece or like that size.
Don't get too fancy. No,
No.
sesame seeds or
Get out of here.
brioche.
No.
Ciabattas.
God,
You
no.
want some
French
ciabattas?
baguette.
Yes, but not on Friday.
Okay.
Any other day, yes. Have a good ciabatta. Ciabatta.
It's going to be something because Pinder cannot lose, and 9 hot dogs is it's a lot of food.
What do you think you've ever done?
Oh, you've done 9 for sure.
9?
Totally.
No chance.
No, I don't think. I'm thinking
You've
5.
done
is
3
good.
hours, but you haven't housed 9 at a cookout one day or something?
No.
Like you got hours and hours
You know
hanging
what
around?
9 hot dogs looks like? You will soon.
3 an hour. That's not hard.
You might have a couple
3
right
hot
off the
dogs an hour.
bat.
3 hot dogs
And then
an
I
hour.
know
maybe
it.
another
if you're
one.
hungry, I'm trying to think back to my playing days when I didn't care about my fitness
Yeah.
or health.
Like you do now.
Yeah.
Days.
If you were hungry, you'd crush 3.
No sweat.
No,
Yes.
that's easy.
Yeah.
4 and 5. Okay. After 5, you're pushing it.
This is
I
what
agree.
this is what
I
this
agree.
is the honest. You start with a couple. Those were good. I'll have another.
Now 3, you're
So you're
full.
at 3.
4
It's
and
like
5, you can get in you.
Mhm.
After that,
Yeah.
oof,
you might have another which gets you to 4.
The key is we're going to see who's starting pitching. We need someone that works slow or that gets tagged. We need a lot of
We got
bullpen changes.
Buck Martinez or
text
Joe
Buck
Siddle or
and see what
somebody.
he's-
We need Juan Guzman out of retirement with his Jerry curl, taking 45 seconds between pitches.
take a while.
Screw
Can't
the
even
pitch
do
clock.
that anymore, can you?
No, you can't.
Can't do it.
No, if the game's 245, I agree with you. You're going to get 5, you're going to hit a wall, but you could probably get the 5 in the first 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah, but
So
you're
now
not-
you got an hour and a half, 2 hours
Right.
to get the next 4 in. That's it.
now.
I think I have to get ahead of pace on dogs.
Are we
You don't wanna be
starting?
chasing
Are we
dogs
strategy talking here?
love
Like,
it.
where are
Yeah,
we
it's
going to
just
get
starting
5
to
in
marinate.
and then take a 2-hour break?
I don't
and
know
then
about
try and
breaks,
do
but
4.
just slow after that, right?
Really? I don't know. You might want to let it.
And we're allowing
There's-
poops.
Yeah, wash and breaks are allowed.
Okay.
What about the puke?
No pukes. Pukes are disqualified.
You
What?
leave.
What?
If you, Ralph,
What do
you're
you
out of
what?
the out of
I
the
thought you
don't
said
need-
you could puke and
People
rally.
puking. We don't need you hanging
This
around.
is
You can
not
go
a-
home. It's not your time.
Well, and
anymore.
I've learned firsthand if you puke in a bar, generally they tell you to leave.
Yeah, isn't that how your
Yeah,
buddies?
that's what happens.
That's
All
generally
these guys are green
there's
lights to get in through the
someone
door.
sees it.
my
Yeah.
experience.
I'll call Willem and ask, but that's what he
Yeah, okay. It's a rule of thumb.
always experienced.
Cowboys tent at least.
Absolutely. Dear.
That's what I've. Anyway, moving on. That's this Friday,
Looking forward to it.
and we
Yep.
would love to. You know what? $9.99. Come watch the ball game. Hang out with everybody. Gets
Say
you
hi.
a beverage and a hot dog.
Yeah,
It's a Friday, and it's for charity. Awesome.
love it. And
Thanks
you get
to
to meet
Greg.
Jack's Lugan buddies.
Yep. Thanks
And
to
it's
Greg
gorgeous.
and Sterling and everybody.
Also, should say thank you to Platinum Mitsubishi as well. 'Cause
That's right.
They've been a partner of ours on Afterburner, and they're jumping on this.
Mitsu.
Mitsu, they say. The
Yep.
kids.
That's what they say.
Wonder if Gould's there.
We'll talk about Origin coming up after we do the Pinder Report because they got their golf tournament coming up.
They do. That's exciting.
Yep.
How much is it in Uber to Strathmore?
Well, when you're too dumb to change your own tire, it costs a lot of money
That's a
to
fair
hang
point.
out in Stroud.
Let's do the Pinder Report.
Safe.
Hippo tank, or will we get some clarity on that, or how does that work? Anyway, it's Brind'Amour Station of Village Honda. Village Honda. The new 2025 hybrid touring CRV in stock now. You loved it during the winter months. You loved it when it was icy and cold. You love it even more now. Windows down, sunroof. Get some sun on your big beak. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe my 2025 hybrid touring CRV sunroof was open and I didn't know it.
Didn't even recognize it.
Take one for a rip, bud. And the other thing is, if you are you got a summer, because we're almost into June somehow. You're doing some road tripping. You sure that vehicle of yours is up for it? Village Honda. VillageHonda.com is where you start your automotive adventure, and they become your dealership for life.
All right, boys, let's head over to FlamesNation.ca and see what the writers are writing
Love
about.
FlamesNation.ca.
FlamesNation.ca.
Not sure what it has to do with us, but absolutely.
Well, we'll see what it does.
That's
What's
our
going on the
website.
website? Oh, look at this. Tyson's
Barn burner?
Is he going to be a
Tyson's
flame?
Barry's run was. I think he was actually.
Was he a
I
flame?
mean, barely, but yeah.
Well, Pike says so.
I don't know why Pike needs to, at the end of June, take an unnecessary bullshit run at a. What the hell is Tyson Barry sitting in Kelowna right now?
Hey, I read about you on the net today.
Tyson, just before we sign this contract to bring you over to Switzerland at 1,000 million Swiss
Sorry,
francs a
Wrench.
day, I just saw
Sorry
this
to
article.
disappoint you.
The Wrench says you were disappointing. Maybe we walk this past.
Jesus.
I almost feel like I got to go in and see what the gripes were.
Well, I didn't hardly play.
Well, if Pike's gonna shit talk you, you must have done
You
something.
must
to
have
piss him
gone
off.
sideways
You're in the
somewhere.
crosshairs.
Way to go, Tyson.
He's not gonna pull any punches. Old
I think
Wrench.
in Wrench's defense, if Daniil Miramanov's taking your job away, you might not ever have a job.
Ryan Pike,
pile on
managing editor of Flames Nation and one of the rotating podcast co-hosts of Afterburner,
The Wrench.
member of the Calgary chapter of the Professional Hockey Writers Association. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
He votes on awards and stuff.
Education includes bachelor degrees.
He votes on awards.
Pike gets votes?
in political science and economics and a master's degree in political science.
So
Very
this
smart.
is what you're doing with life.
With all those,
You've got all that
Disappear.
behind your name,
Rats.
and this is where you're
yeah,
at.
taking runs at Tyson Barry.
Oh,
Jeez.
God love you.
Maybe he's lining up to be mayor like you always wanted to do.
I would vote for
You
Pike.
vote for the Wrench?
Absolutely.
I think
hope.
the marketing campaign be easy.
The hope when he signed a one-year deal with the Flames was that Barry could make the Flames power play a bit better. Barry wouldn't play all the time. He'd rotate in and out, depending on the.
Best of luck in
I think
Switzerland,
Tyson Barry did all Tyson Barry could do at this point. in
Yeah,
his
I like
career.
Tyson. Nice guy. Everyone loves him.
It's
Great teammate.
challenging to get Barry into the lineup with any great consistency. Played 13 times,
That's it, eh?
3 in October,
Hence, we don't need to talk about it.
9,
in November,
Mhm.
twice in January and twice in February.
That's not 13.
3 points
3, eh?
in 13 games. It says here he had some defensive foibles.
Foible's a
Oh.
good word.
Yeah. Healthy scratch. Do we have a 41? clip?
55.
A 41 drop. 41 nights of popcorn.
It's a lot of corn. Speaking of which, are you going to slide some corn over? I thought we had a deal.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting. I got lots.
Okay,
I
bring it
got
back
lots.
in that red cooler that Dean needs. Let's keep humming around the website. There's a
Should
big
be
game
humming
tonight.
around the-
Well, yeah, there's lots going on here. We'll get to that big game later. Here's a good one. This is a guy that's going to get a lot of chatter this summer. He's got a year left on his deal, if I'm correct. Bowen Byram is a left shot defenseman. He turns 24 this summer. He's a very talented young man who's had a very tough time staying healthy, although he just played all 82 games. First time in his career, he's eclipsed 55 in a season. And the Sabres are like, hey, well, this is the summer we're either going to get married or not, potentially. So the
What do you
Flames
do if you're the Sabres?
making a pitch. What are you doing if you're
Well,
the Sabres?
the situation, from as I understand it, and I know Rhett, you're close to it,
Mhm.
is they have some other players that they
the power and Darlene ahead of him. He seems to think he's a top pair guy.
and they need to sign JJ Paterka, Jack Quinn,
I would try
Ryan
that.
McLeod is an RFA. So they have some other players
Mhm.
that they need to take care of.
They got lots of cap.
I was going to say, are they up against it, or is Pagula just tightening the strings a little?
Well,
Darlene Power, Matthias Samuelson
Good player.
are signed. all long term.
Matt Sam.
So they, how much do they want to commit to their 3-4?
And conversely, how much does Bowen Byram say, I'm content to be here as a 3 if he deep down inside believes he's a 1-2 in the league?
He's only 23 years old, guys.
24 on June the something.
And not,
yeah.
He's a pup.
Makes 3.9 million, 6'1", 205, and very varying results. Very varying.
Where have they been varying? Like, what do you?
Well, I mean, first off, just the availability thing has been huge for him. He's been
So he had a
with
bad
serious
noggin for a
injuries.
while. He
Yeah,
just played 82. Let's not.
right. But I mean, it's different than a guy that's never had head injuries because you're just concerned about it happening again. Like Sid, you worried for a while, and then you're like, okay, it's not going to be a problem ever again. Other guys, their careers are done because of head injuries, like Lindros's and such.
This guy went 4th overall.
He's a very good player in terms of like the pedigree.
I've
right?
been a fan.
But I don't know that he's put together the type of season where you're like, that's our number 1 defenseman.
Walk us through his season, Steve.
Well, to your point, and as you said, he had a problem with his noggin. So that he was part of that cup-winning team in 2022.
How many times he played?
20 playoff games.
Healthy through the playoffs.
Then the next year, 42 games.
That's sorry to interrupt you there, but that's valuable
Experience.
experience, right?
Yeah.
Bo Byram. Do you have his ice time by chance or no?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, I'm just
If you don't like him, just say
I have no idea what he is. I'm really trying to figure out if I should like him or not.
I mean, but certainly this year's 38 in 82 is by far the high watermark.
Yeah, he's only played more than 43 twice in 6 years.
Yeah, 55.
Interesting.
For
guy.
the Colorado Avalanche before the trade.
Mhm.
So, I mean, we're talking over north of 70.
who did Colorado have? Who's their defenseman?
They got Cale McCarr. They got Devon
Oh,
Taves.
so he wasn't going to be.
No, and it's kind of the same spot in Buffalo, which is why I think his name's out there. Because if you've got Dahlin and Power, it's like, yeah, well, you're probably not going to be one of our mega studs. Or maybe he's just a really good 3, and that's okay.
I was going to say, you
don't
have
know.
to have a top pair. If you
Yeah.
1 and 2 are together, it's okay.
And so what's Buffalo's appetite to pay him? And what does Bowen Byram think he is? And what does he want on his next contract? Those are the 2 biggest equations in this whole thing.
Ryan, this year he averaged what, 22. Is that what you're?
I was sort of talking about the playoff run with Colorado. Like, how integral was he to that run? I don't know. I think he was a good piece, but it wasn't like he was logging huge minutes, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's been a 20-minute
Now we're
guy.
going to critique a guy that played 20
critiquing.
games in the playoffs and won a Stanley Cup. Not enough minutes.
Would you give up a first plus for him?
I don't know. I don't know what the ask is.
So this is what we're trying to
21-22 on that run in the 20 games, 19-22 a night.
Yeah, so an important piece, but
And then the next year, they were done in 7. They lost in game 7, 21-55.
Okay.
It's a top 4 guy.
it is absolutely top 4 guy. Now, and whether he's a top
Easy
pair or
top
second
4.
pair is going to dictate the salary and where he wants to play. All that
Plus,
stuff.
I would bet
What you give it up in trade.
that's the thing, right? Buffalo's probably just not going to give him away.
No, they definitely want assets.
They're going to want something for him.
What do they want?
Does it say in that article on
What the F would the
FlamesNation.ca?
Sabres be trading him now for? Like, wouldn't.
If you think you can get a haul now, that's the only reason you do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Draft picks?
Do they want more picks?
I don't know.
I was going
they
to
like
say they've
Rasmus
got all
Andersons?
this youth and kids and
One of the ones fans always float to me is, hey, Pinder, do you think if you had Rasmus Anderson and this or that, and then you get Byram, it's like, well, Sabres aren't trading for Rasmus Anderson unless they know he's going to sign. So
Yeah.
that's probably square one. Don't bring a guy for 1 year if you're the Sabres.
why would you want to bring in Rasmus Anderson
and get out Bo Byram?
and get rid of Bo Byram? So even if you can sign him, you're signing an older player who might not be as good.
Right.
Hmm.
And more durable. That's really the only guarantee.
You know what they could
At
use?
this point,
They could use a Danil Miramanov.
How could they ever? Couldn't we all? I mean, running your AHL team's power play, he's not to offer. What have they got in Roch down there?
Maybe the rights to an Anthony Mantha, you know?
Oh, geez, there'd be a sweepstakes for him on July 1.
doesn't it feel like the same as when we wanted? Who was the guy, centerman out of Buffalo?
Jack Eichel.
No, well, we wanted him, and we had.
Cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Ottawa.
Who are we giving up to get this guy?
Don't want to give up anybody, Rhett. Don't want to give up, at least not
The other thing is he is going to be a free agent one of the next couple summers. Maybe you still could have a Bombard and not give up the farm to get him when your team's actually in a window to compete more than you are right now.
That's a great idea. Right?
Maybe they need like a Marty Pospisil type.
Maybe they do. We just have to figure out what
With
the hell
the
they're doing in
emergence-
Buffalo.
Ruff would like it.
With the emergence of Adam Klapka, maybe a Marty Pospisil becomes.
Clap on, clap
I'm
off.
sure that's
Is that going to get you Pope Byron?
Oh, maybe two of them.
No.
Let's go to the next. Happy anniversary yesterday, May 25th. Oh,
Belated?
May 27th, May 27th. It was on the weekend.
Today's the
good day.
26th.
Thank you. I wrote it down wrong.
And Jim Poplinski accepts the Stanley Cup from league president John Ziegler. Cliff Fletcher ushered onto the ice.
The jacket wasn't black and white. 1989.
And a big night
He was not
for
alive,
Cliff
Jack.
Fletcher.
Were you not alive?
I wasn't alive.
Oh
no.
way
my
he was
God.
He's never.
Go sit outside.
I think high school. Just buckled.
Yeah.
grade 8.
Yeah, you're hammered. That's when you started to get hammered regularly. Okay, we'll move to the World Championships. We have some Flames over there. Kind of falls into the Flames chapter of the Pinder Report. You know those two fellas.
So pumped.
Not really. It's bronze. So it was in Sweden. They did win a medal. I suppose it's better to win your last game than lose it. Backlund was named player of the game. And Rasmus had this to say after the bronze medal. Fa fornat att få representera sitt land på hemmaplan. Tyvärr räckte det inte till guldet. Men man är alltid stolt att få sätta på sig 3 kronor Trojan. Tack Sverige.
Can't believe he called Huska an asshole.
Isn't that weird?
Jeez.
Now, Rhett loves the Swedes, and so he's always practicing Swedish. Just if you wouldn't mind summarizing really quickly what Rasmus was saying there.
I'm going to go home and crush a bunch of Kroner beer and attack. I can't say that part.
Attack the.
Go ride my Swedish horse.
We do have the translation, Jack. Let's reveal it and see how Rhett's Swedish is. Is he actually talking to them at the bar, or is he just smiling? I was lucky enough to represent my country on home soil. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for gold, but I'm always incredibly proud to wear the 3 Crowns shirt. Thank you, Sweden. Probably jersey is what they mean.
Probably Jersey.
This is why I
Come on,
don't like
Google.
social media.
Congrats to those men.
Way to go.
They went and
Shirts.
represented their country and won a medal.
Well, I'm sure you're going to show it the fake celebration.
No, I'm not. Let's get to the winners. It was indeed
That's what I mean.
America. First time ever. 92 years. The first time how has the Americans never won this tournament?
It's unbelievable.
Tage Thompson in overtime. He was not on the Four Nations roster.
No, he can't shoot.
The near 60 goal man a few years ago, I would guess, is on their Olympic roster next year because, I'd rather have him than the
They
Brock
seem to have a
Lobster,
lot
for
to
example.
choose from. They're winning a lot, these damn Americans. Eh?
Are they? They won World Juniors this year. That
They
is a
won the
world championship.
championships.
And damn near won the make-believe
Nations.
Olympics there.
Yes. They
That was close, as you recall.
of the 4 teams, they
Yeah.
were very close to winning. The closest amongst those that didn't.
They
win.
could have used the Tage Thompson. That might
They
have
really
helped.
could.
Yeah.
It was an odd got to leave off the board, to be honest. I think he'll be at the Olympics.
Congrats.
Were they screaming chanting USA at the?
Many of the Americans who even know this tournament exists were not in the Swedish arena.
Nice moment for Johnny. They put the
They
jersey,
did.
Johnny's jersey around the trophy.
Yeah, and he was in the locker room. The jersey that's 1-1 for Johnny.
Yeah, very respectful.
Absolutely. Let's get to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Update on the bracket, fellas. We are all the way down to the final 4, as we know, and it feels kind of like we're at the final 2, doesn't it, Rhett?
Sure does, Ryan.
Now, Dallas is only 1 win away from stealing home ice and being tied, but that 1 win sure looks hard to get.
That Ekif really feels over. The Wyckoff also kind of feels over, oddly, for one that's
Dallas
2-1.
can prove us wrong. I don't know that
Yes,
Carolina
we're at
can.
it.
That's
We love to be proven wrong.
God, are we good at it?
We're,
Go look at our Instagram reels
Yep.
from 2 weeks ago against LA. We love being wrong. Prove us wrong, Dallas. Please. For the love of God. As for the odds, what are they saying about the old Stanley Cup playoffs? All of a sudden, you are laying money. -115 for the Panthers to win the cup. And the Oilers, if you listen to us on Thursday when I said, hey, friends, if you think the Oilers are going to win this series, jump on it.
Yeah.
They've swung from the plus 300s now to just almost even money at plus 130. If you like the Stars, down 2-1, plus 750 to win the Cup. And the Canes, 50-1 at this
Everyone
point.
just giving up on the Canes.
Yeah, and to be fair, if you haven't,
You should.
you haven't been paying attention.
Have you been watching anything?
That said, when teams are down 3-0, we don't often say, here they come, look out. When you're down 3-0, you probably look like shit
Yeah.
and that you're toast.
Should ask Rod if he thinks that they look like shit.
Yeah, Jack, do we have the Rod? Hey, Rod, you're 50-1 to win the Cup. Just a quick thought on how you're feeling about your group. Down 3-0.
Oh,
Sorry, Rod. Next,
I had a
I'm just going to
chance,
leave the room, Rod. Sorry.
with Pete Rose. Not to say you'd never put money down on your own team to, but 50.
But 50-1, Rod. That's a big number.
Next question. Sorry, Rod.
He's just crushing the gym right now, Rod. He's got.
Oh my God!
Just sweating it out.
How many sets of bench press is he doing a day?
He's
Here?
burping to death.
Oh.
Just go.
Just screaming at walls, peeling paint. Intense cat.
It's got some Slayer cranked in the weight room. It's like, Jesus, don't.
Players are walking in.
Oh,
That
he's
way.
got
I was gonna
rocking
go
like a
ride the bike,
hurricane.
but
he's
Coach is in one right now.
Maybe I'll just warm up a little earlier and try a little harder. Rod's about to run through a brick wall here. Big game tonight at the Memorial Cup, but first let's talk about this one. There's a game every night until there's teams eliminated. Florida, Carolina, game 4. It's a 6 o'clocker. 8 Eastern, dude. 8
8P.
Mm.
Round 3.
see how they put the PM now.
We'll see you on Max True or whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, let's go, Max.
Another huge game tonight. It's taking place in Rimouski. The Oceanique are hosting the Memorial Cup, and we'll see Etienne Morin, the Flames second rounder of a few drafts ago, against Andrew Basha, the Flames second rounder from just last year.
That's not.
Flames prospect on Flames prospect, and there's, of course, Gavin McKenna wearing 72. He's better at hockey than everyone who's played junior since Mario Lemieux, statistically. That's good. Here's your standings through the round robin. Almost every team's played twice. London's got 2 wins, 1 in overtime. Medicine Hat's 1-0.
And a
Rimouski's
lightning
got 2
bolt by their
losses.
name. Wow.
And
Yep.
Moncton's only game they lost in OT. I think, what does the lightning bolt mean, I guess?
Thanks for coming, Rimouski.
Thanks for hosting, pal. By the way, you want to know who's won the most Memorial Cups?
ATL Puck.
Probably crop that out next time. Oshawa Generals, the Schwa. They got 5 Memorial Cups. Pats have 4. Rampart 3. Spitfires 3. Blazers 3. Medicine Hat could join that group, as could the London Knights. They both have 2 Memorial Cups. Okay. Don't know if we care or not, but I just thought I'd show you that.
Where's the Blades?
The Blades don't have one.
Did they get omitted from the graphic for
They just told me the team would be
right?
5.
Right. Let's go to Calgary FC. They were in action at Echo Field on the weekend. Gorgeous weather and some gorgeous goals. Now they got off to that slow start where they usually like tie a few games or they lose one in Hamilton and you get all frustrated. And then around this time of year when the weather gets nice, they just start absolutely dropping the pedal. They're flooring it against teams. That made it 2-0. It was a 4-0 final. If you haven't seen Toby Warshevsky's goal, it's another screamer. They're playing well. You don't like those jerseys, Rhett? Do you like
Also
them?
dropped the defender there. Laying on the... Get up.
It's the 50th anniversary of Spruce Meadows jerseys.
I like the red one. Sorry.
That's fine. You can like the red. I like the thirds. They got the blizzard ones. That looks kind of cool.
Delicious. Double score?
Double
Score is pretty deadly. There's goal scorers. Be a nice little run of play here. That's another big win. Love it. Okay.
He's holding up 6 fingers.
Yes.
He's going for 6.
I don't know what the 6 fingers are for. Gotta be honest. Go to the standings. How many points do they have? How many wins are they
6.
sitting on? Maybe?
6. Gotta be.
It's got to be 6. Come
Is
on,
that his 6th goal of the season?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
I do have
6.
the standings.
Let's move along.
Go to the standings.
Halifax 17 points.
Those drunks in
Atletico Ottawa
Halifax are
17.
really
Cavs
giving her.
13, but a game in hand. They win that game, they could get up to 16. Stinking Forge hanging around.
Is that what MP stands for? Match played?
Yes, matches play. That's right.
Gotcha.
What else was you thinking about? Like meat platters,
Meaty.
potatoes.
Yeah. Meat pies.
Oh, delicious. Got Halifax
do
with
love-
meat pies. I do.
I do love a good MP.
Oh wow.
Just catch right, bury my face right in it.
We had a winner go to the Surge VIP table on Sunday for their home opener, and they absolutely dismantled and disembodied the Winnipeg Sea
What's wrong with
Bears.
the Sea Bears?
They got absolutely stomped. There's Rugsy right there.
Rugsy.
Rugsy, our boy.
Our boy, Rugsy.
93-61. We love him. 0-0. Not even close. Just throttled them. Good work, fellas.
We went through the exercise of explaining what the target score on
That's what I was trying
Ooh,
to call
good
you
luck.
on Friday.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
I'm like, why is Rick
Ignored
calling?
me.
Is there something?
because Mike Commodore didn't know what it was.
It is hard to explain. Once you've
So
seen it
we-
once, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're just
And-
getting rid of the clock, and we're just going to do next certain number of buckets wins.
It's probably easier than we made it out to be
It's hard to explain. It
to
really
even
is.
explain it. But yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Good job, Brian.
Thanks, guys. Next action for Surge coming up Thursday night at Winsport. Stinking honey badgers.
You gotta be careful.
Gotta watch those.
You know
honey
what?
badgers.
Mean bastard.
If you knew one thing about the honey badgers, what would it be?
I don't know.
They just don't quit, Dean. They work hard.
Yeah,
They just honey badger don't quit.
don't quit.
Okay.
Although 0-3, maybe they should.
Well, they're not quitting on the season though, Dean. That's the thing about the honey badgers.
Maybe they've done a bunch of too
honey
much
badger
quitting.
don't quit. 3-1 of the Surge.
Then Langley
Langley.
off to Langley.
They're going to play Vancouver Bandits. Vancouver's got a guy that Jack's all about. I didn't know that he could name anyone in this league, but apparently they got some
He's
viral.
some big social media kid. I don't
Yeah.
know if he's playing though. I was trying to figure that out.
So he's not
He's
good
on the
enough
team.
to play.
He's on the
but
team.
Yeah,
He's got a social.
He literally
media
just
following.
beat Giannis in some shooting competition to maybe win $100,000. Like he's a viral. Like he's an influencer.
He's got 5 million followers, right?
Oh.
See, that's the
I
cachet.
gotta
Is
get to
Smokes.
work.
But I think he just sits on the bench.
well, more
that how
time. to
you get
tweet.
followers. Anyway, Langley on Sunday. Home Winsport on Thursday. Stamps final preseason game done. They absolutely. Oh, sorry. Before we get there,
Whoa.
my bad.
AJ
Outdoor
Jack-
game. This is where they play the tennis in Montreal because they do the men's and women's tournaments every summer. 9,300 outdoors for basketball.
Look at that.
Great idea until it started raining and they had to cancel. Oh no! Where's the roof? It's raining.
It says it's from the halftime act.
Maybe it is.
Anyway, son of a.
It's a good idea. This league's doing fun stuff.
Condensation on the floor from the halftime.
Yeah, you
act.
get all slippy, Dean.
Yeah.
Want to be twisting ankles.
Kind of event where they do.
I
that.
was gonna
Slip
just
and
say move
slide.
on, yeah.
Shower.
I had ideas,
shower. Let's get moving. Stamps
Oh,
dummied the Double E in their final preseason tune-up. I believe, like we're talking a week away here, but the 7th they start the year. Coming up quick. Stamps, big win, 31-4. Is it necessary to put the 0 before the 4? Oh, this is interesting.
that's a good point.
It's like a scoreboard at
Mhm.
the stadium would probably have that. The 2 digits. You place.
Maybe it's more respectful. It's like, hey, we were both in double digits.
Yeah, maybe if
Wasn't that
someone's
lopsided?
dyslexic, they'll think it's 40. That's a nice thing
Yeah.
to do. Yeah. Okay. I'm with it. People love baseball, and in Boston, they really love baseball. I don't know if you saw this. The weather doesn't look good in Boston, but that's not stopping green. Yeah, clap your hands, and this guy's like, "Yeah, I'm wearing green too. Home run!" Oh my god, it's
Joseph Newgarden might actually want that milk.
If you drink that milk at the 999, you're going to be in big trouble.
Oh, don't milk.
I was at a
bad
hot eating
choice.
competition, and there was milk there, and I'm like, "This will take the heat away. I cannot risk the damage that it could inflict on my insides."
Wonder what that gentleman's thinking. He didn't drink that at all. He just poured it all over himself.
And he was
And it
wearing
was-
an Indy 500 T-shirt, and I know when they win that, they pour milk. Was he strategically placed by Big Indy? No,
I don't know what that is.
How
That
do you
big
even
open
get-
wheel racing industry?
Skeptical.
How do you get a big milk thing like
It's
that
a
at the
big-
ball
Are
game?
they selling that at
They
the
sell it down
concession?
in the States. You don't just walk
Hi,
in.
could I get a
think he's
liter
a
of
plant.
2%, please?
Oh, go
Jack,
full.
could you throw that up
Just
again?
gonna dump it on
You think
yourself,
is
you
that
know?
some
I wonder
homogenized milk?
If the TV rights holder that has the Indy 500 didn't plant that turd,
When is the race?
it's got to be coming up soon. People are pouring milk all over themselves.
Indianapolis 500.
It looks like Nesson. I don't think that's it. It's Fox.
They do stay-
Is that a Fox scorebuck?
I think so.
Maybe that's Fox.
And they stay on him for a.
They knew it was
Amazing
coming.
they found him.
Yeah.
There seems to be very few fans around him. It's
And
raining.
Look at
Which
this guy here is like, wow, I can't believe
Look at
this
this
is
guy.
happening here at a baseball game.
Hey, yeah, that's milk.
Oh dear.
You drink milk?
In
I
the
do
rain?
too.
Whoa.
What is the hat?
Every team's got a stupid home run.
I know, but
That's what it is. Jack and his dumb buddies, they're going to be at the 999 on Friday. They would love this reel. It's just dudes pranking each other nonstop. How long till you move out, Dean? If you're living with these assets. Let's pick up like a chair, veggie while you're barbecuing. Sure, it's optional.
You wouldn't mind chucking an egg on for me, would
There's,
you?
crack the egg on your head. There's the ramming a sausage down your throat while you're sleeping. There's the forehand to the back with a tennis ball. Archery while you're barbecuing. And then the food. Bag of ice on the back. And the infamous off the barbecue into your pants sausage.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh,
Like-
there go the pancakes.
These guys have been doing this for years. I don't know how. Oh,
Oh, is there
That's
wonder
a
if it's gonna-
classic, yeah.
it is. And then this is a really sneaky one. This is the syringe of hot sauce into the hot dog. Jack, how long do you last on that set? If that's like a reality TV show,
I'm out of there instantly. I can't stand that kind of shit.
because some of your idiot buddies would love that.
it would.
Yeah, like I know a few Lugans of yours. They could make a life of this, just living on that reality TV set.
I feel like you would be in there, Jack.
No.
You're a lot of
I
talk.
don't know. I think
You guys.
Jack enjoys watching and watching this. I think he's just like, I just don't want to be woken up in my sleep by someone ramming a kielbasa down my throat. Next. This is a good one. This is a blinded bug zapper tag. It's not as quick as you think, but here we go. You have these up in SAS. So they got the long, you got to spin them around, get them dizzy, and then they hunt
And
around
they
the
do
lawn
work,
for each
right?
other.
They
oh yeah,
The zappers? Oh,
Yeah.
they'll
yeah.
burn you.
It's a little charge. They got
Shove
them on
with
the end of like broom handles and stuff. The guy in the seafoam's doing much better than purple there. Teal? We call that teal?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear from him.
This is,
Yeah, this guy's not doing well at all.
I don't want to hang out with that guy
yeah, the old geezer's cooked.
Who? Purple guy or seafoam?
either.
Yeah, that's a fair point. It was a trick question.
That's the most scariest thing ever.
Now, that might not be fun, but there are worse kinds of fights. You've seen the slapping stuff.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't seen this one before. Jack, did you send this to me? This is the bullwhip in a
Oh.
ring thing, which
Cowboys.
no shirts, hey? That's a choice.
Well,
Oh. And it's a healthy crowd for this. Yeah.
I thought I saw something on whipping
Oof.
the other day. Like it can break the sound barrier. Like
Yeah, some of those guys when they
Snap it?
snap it.
No thanks. Oh.
This is like Friday at the Warner House.
Jeez.
Tops off.
Brett, that tattoo's looking nice.
what do you win for this? Like if you make it through to the finals?
$500. Let's go to Red's. Sorry, to Dean's softball
Yeah,
weekend.
it's- yeah, not. Hey, Red.
We're both at the ball diamond. This is not what you want as an up. Now the umps, they catch the foul balls here, there. We've shown you one of these. This is another.
Come on, man.
You wearing a cup, bud, or what? Is it the one day where you're like, oh shit, I took that out to wash it. I'm already at the parking lot. I'll probably make it one game.
Get up, dude. People are watching.
Get up.
Come on, Blue.
Suck
Wasting
it up.
time here.
We need that in the 999.
Oh,
Stall it out a little.
yeah. You get catching up on the tip. Buy yourself 15 minutes.
Yeah. I want into the ump.
Let's go to the rollerblading world. This is like the inverted stuff.
Love
The
it.
half pipes. It's quite a trick. 'Cause you're landing backwards, but
So close.
You were
landed
doing
it, and then you
so well.
So close.
Cougar.
How's your ribs?
It's a puncture there, I'm guessing. That's not easy. Oh, that's like when someone opens the gate on you. There's been a couple dirty ones of those this playoffs. Guys unlocking the gate.
What are you going to diagnose there, Rhett? What's the injury?
Oh, I think
You wanna-
that's a sternum.
Whiteboard corner?
And that's a those are definitely ribbages.
There's some pelvis.
It's low. Oh yeah, it's right.
I think the pelvis, it's the corner that oh yeah, it is right in the
I
hip.
feel like you've got a hip pointer.
Yeah.
You might have a Vander Kane groin there if you're not careful. Ooh. Sports hernia in
Isn't
there.
there something down there like a spleen or something?
Yeah, and you
Kind of
don't need it
organs are in there.
apparently.
Spleen?
I
Yeah,
think you
What's it
want
doing?
it.
I don't know.
I think you want
What's
it.
it supposed to be doing? You know
Yeah,
what
I
spleen
think
does?
you want it,
To
but you can.
filter some blood.
What's it worth, by the way, just in case we're hard up in
Yeah.
tax season? How much I get for spleen?
You won't believe what I saw.
What's
on
the
Kijiji today.
recovery time on that? AI or not? That's the question. Rex, our expert. Let's go to AI or not. Here we go. Don't read the title.
For those of you just listening, guess that sound.
That was a lawnmower and someone cutting their lawn.
Yeah,
Back
that's
to you, Rhett. AI or not?
someone doing some yard work.
Yeah. Looked awfully proud. I'm going to go with it. I feel
I'm going to
like-
say real.
yeah.
I'm going to say real.
And with that
What
bit
an
of reality,
accomplishment.
we close. the
And what's
Pinder
that? If you want to find that online, the
It's just the socials for worldoffarts.net.
worldoffarts.net.
So
If you're
that's why I
listening-
need to get on social media.
That's
And then
right, you
feel
gotta miss
compelled
that.
to go and find it.
I mean, if you're not going to be a social, at least you have the Pinder Report to
Oh,
get
yes.
you caught up with all the latest.
You're welcome, Village Honda.
Back to you.
I can't believe that's the first time we've seen worldoffarts.net on this show.
Well, there's some other imposters, but .net, that's the originals.
Check mark.
I feel like I need to see it again. We'll move on.
Close the show, maybe.
Village Honda wants to buy your pre-owned vehicle, all makes, all models. If you have a vehicle, maybe we'll trade up. Maybe
Your lease coming up.
it's probably one of those things
Look
that you
at
don't
it.
think about until someone like Village Honda says, well, we would buy your used vehicle.
You pay you right away.
24 hours. You'll receive payment if you get a deal done. No obligation. Complimentary appraisals.
Can't hurt.
Village Honda, located in the Northwest Ottawa.
Do you buy a vehicle early for your 16-year-old?
You don't, because they're going to crash it and your insurance is going to be $1 billion. But if you have to buy a vehicle, then I don't know how to answer your question.
I don't know.
Um,
I'm saying to practice in the vehicle, to go for the light. I don't. How does that work?
The learners
Because
license.
we have big vehicles,
Right.
You don't want to be using that to go get your learners in, or can you use? I don't know.
well, I know I bought one for my kid who was turning 16. He's now well past 17 and has not
No interest.
no interest in driving.
No interest in driving at 17.
He's kind of, you know what? He's kind of nervous about it. He's not particularly good at it yet. He doesn't want to really
I'm with you.
practice
Keep
at
them
it.
off there.
Is he a bit of a homebody? I don't know anything like that.
Well, I love having extra vehicles kicking around.
Is it for sale?
Call Village Honda.
It might be.
Make a deal.
24 hours
Yeah.
cash. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Could be. Might be. Coming up in less than a month.
No time at all, Dean.
That was the mic. That was not World of
I was
Farts.
going to say.
As another guy mowing his lawn there, AI or not.
You love golf, Ryan?
Ryan?
Ryan, you and your buddies, you love golf, so you'll love this. It's the inaugural Origin Maltigan Brewing Golf Tournament out in Strathmore.
Is this the inaugural?
I believe it is.
I did not know that.
June 18, Wednesday, 1 p.m., a 4-person scramble. You love a good scramble, Rhett.
Love a scramble. Made a scramble this morning.
What do
for
you
my
put in a
kids.
scramble?
I put chorizo
Yes, love chorizo.
and scrambled eggs, cheddar cheese, shredded. Got it. I like the breakfast potatoes, but
Yeah.
they gotta be crispy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Be crispy.
Yeah, if they're because they will get soggy with your egg yolk or whatever kind of
Yep.
spicy aioli if you go that route.
Are you going to dicing some peppers or onions in
No,
there?
well, this for me, I would,
Tomatoes?
but this was for the youth of the home.
Right.
Yeah. And this is golf. I don't know that this is the type of scramble they're
Oh.
talking
Was this
about.
a different one?
I think so.
Okay. I was
Um,
going to say those are big plates, 4-person scramble.
obviously, when you're talking about a golf tournament, you can't just show up day of. You got to book yourself in.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah.
book a spot. There's a limited number of spots available. So get on it, shall we?
I'd advise you to do that.
You know who will be there?
Who will be there?
Looks like the Sutters might be there.
I heard there might be a Sutter or two there.
I heard there could be upwards of 2 even.
Yeah.
Depending how the cards play.
Money raised goes to the Sutter Benevolent Fund. They've been doing this for many, many years. They had the Sutter Club, which was a nightclub in Red Deer one time. They had their own golf tournament. Now this golf tournament is going to direct funds. And you know what it is about the Sutter Benevolent Fund? You don't have to go and if somebody needs help, the Sutters help. There's not a whole chain of it. Well, we got to send it up the flagpole, and then, well, does it meet this criteria? And well, if it's the right thing to do, it's the right thing to do. Email crystal@originbrewing.ca for donations, some sponsorship. But what they really want is just people to sign up.
Yeah. And Rhett, you can do that when you're at the Origin Tap Room
I can do it.
on the weekend.
You can do it. June 18th, a Wednesday.
It's going to be nice.
Be nice, right in the
Couple
middle of
days away from solstice, long days, lots of sun.
a couple days of work
Stay up
in.
late, Ryan.
Can you throw that back? Sorry, Jack. Can you throw that back up? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Jeez. Come on.
18 holes with a cart.
Shotgun.
Steak dinner. You know what you're not going to be upset with? That steak dinner. They're not going to short you on some little teeny piece of meat out of
No, you'll
not in
probably get a
Strathmore.
Kidding me?
Not with the Origin folk.
No way. A shotgun start. That's
You shotgun a beer and then you hit.
Yeah, then you
I
get
was
going.
told could be a non-alcoholic beer if you want a
Whatever you
shotgun.
want,
It's
huh?
up to you. It's your choice.
Yeah. There's no good chances of a barn burner might be out there.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Say hi.
You never know.
Strathmore.
Yep.
June 18th.
June 18th.
Crystal at originbrewing.ca.
Or go to the tap room.
Yeah, do that.
That's good too. I'll be out there.
Will you?
Yeah, he will. He's going
We're
to.
there all weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just stay out there. Pinder.
Till the 18th?
Yeah.
Help him change his tire?
Listen, I had a little donut. I didn't want to ride 80 clicks in on a donut on the Trans Canada.
We'll
Kind
talk
of
about
crazy.
it. You don't-
People drive across Canada. Getting a bit of a
Update?
from our meat market
Oh, good.
source.
Yeah. How's our supply chain looking?
Well, they're curious about numbers
Mm-hmm.
for the 999 and pickup.
Sold out.
Pickup.
When will
I can
someone
pick
be
it up
by?
on Thursday morning for you. Right?
No, we're not letting Rick get anywhere near this meat shipment.
That was
there will
the-
be
yeah.
dozens missing. Dozens.
Okay, so we have
Okay, guys, I got all the dogs. So Brett, there's like 100 missing.
I wouldn't.
Brett,
Hey
there's-
guys, the big lacrosse tournament. Guess who's barbecuing?
There's 50 hot dogs.
It's
in
on
here.
me.
Well, how many do you need? Well, 9 per. And there's 20.
Fine, I won't pick them up.
Hundreds.
Were you going to be in the?
I'm good with that too.
Were you going to be in that neck of the woods?
I certainly was, Dean.
We'll talk to Casey, see how much insurance he has for any lost dogs.
We got a lot to talk about. We need. You're very concerned about the buns, the bun content.
I'm not so concerned. I'm just curious because that's going to it's going to play a factor, as you know.
It will. Because those buns, they'll slow you down. They will slow you down. So we'll get back to Greg on that.
Some of us got to be somewhere. This is what he did to Kama the other day. He made him late for the event he flew into town for. Big event.
Makes it look easy.
And
All
he
the greats do.
Does the slow play.
You're the one that texted him to come in. No, I didn't twist his arm.
Kept
to start
saying, I
drinking
gotta go. And you just kept
Sutter
rolling.
beers and barn burner
Once
blondes.
the blondes start flowing. Delicious.
That's right. All right, Bet365. We can do the fine. We'll do the bets.
Game tonight?
We'll do the bets. Bet365. You want to get into the action for the Stanley Cup playoffs at Bet365? They got you. Game props, player props, totals, the money line. You can even bet on futures like series winners, conference champions, and more. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app, get in on the game, an official partner of the Stanley Cup playoffs. You must be 19 or older.
Look at this. Canes Panthers. Marchand points are still getting
How's
you plus
Marchand
money.
doing?
Awesome.
Good.
How much money has Brad Marchand made himself in the last 3 weeks? Another 10 million? Someone's now going to go silly and offer him crazy term. He's been very good. Been very, very good.
Looks very happy in Florida.
They'd pay him money. Kenny Holland would love him. Toronto, clearly, to not have to play against him would be a huge win for the Leafs. Since he steals their lunch every time they meet in the playoffs.
Edmonton could have him and Perry. Can you imagine?
Good God almighty.
Good God.
They got some spending to do already. They got the Draisaitl raise and a Bouchard Arb case looming. Panthers minus 1.5, plus 140. Maybe Carolina does say you're not sweeping us, but I mean, if you've watched this series, even when Carolina feels like they're close, bang, 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 there's Florida 5-1. Minus 1.5, plus 140. We'll see how it goes. Those are my picks.
Go Cats. Get rested up for the next
Cats.
round.
Get rested. Get some vitamin D.
That's right.
Give them those hyperbaric chambers, Cats.
There you go. And I believe, how about that? A super chat.
Nice.
Take some money directed towards the youth centers of Calgary, helping kids in our city. And we'll put some comments on the show. Lowell.
Oh, dear.
It's back.
Oilers can eat a truckload of dicks.
Oh, boy.
A bag isn't big enough. Go Stars, go Panthers. Oilers suck.
Thanks, Lowell. $5 for the kids.
His
Very kind of you.
heart's- yeah.
Thinking about the kids.
His heart's in the right place.
for sure. Yeah.
Kids.
Because he was in with a bag on I guess
Oh,
it
is
was
that
Friday
right?
or Thursday. Yeah.
Boy, if a truckload doesn't work, I'm really curious what the.
You think it's like a
update will be
U-Haul,
on
or are we talking like
Wednesday.
semi trailer?
I think he's starting with just a half.
just
ton.
a half ton.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if that doesn't work,
Okay.
we'll tune in on Wednesday to see.
Truckload. Got it. Handsome Dan, 10 bean. Rod Brind'Amour at those press conferences looks like Jim Varney and Ernest Goes to the NHL. I feel like it's for the older folk in the audience.
Jack has
The
no idea.
Jim
what we're
Varney,
talking about.
Ernest Goes to blank.
No clue.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
so
man.
thank you, Handsome Dan, for including us old folk in the conversation.
God bless you, Dan.
Yeah. Good day, Vern. Voyager 2.
Oof, Flames talk.
Is Wolf and Coronado
Goodness.
the next Iginla and Kiprasov?
One of those come-ups might be close. If we're lucky.
Yeah, I mean, Jerome Iginla's a first ballot Hall of Famer. So that bar is pretty
And
high.
a power forward that would fight your toughest guy and then score on you and scored 52 goals in the lowest scoring season in the modern era.
Yeah.
Matt Coronado's a nice prospect, a good young player.
Same with Wolf.
Wolf's a very good player.
He's got an incredible track record at lower levels and coming off his first full season.
But that's the hope, Voyager 2,
Wow.
is that there's some greatness ahead for both of those young men.
Yeah. Well phrased.
Gonna need it.
Yes.
No,
Especially with the freaking hippo tank up the road.
yeah. No Warner comps in there.
Not yet. But again,
Manov, we already
they're-
talked about
it's not done. They're still acquiring pieces.
Are Perrick, Wolf, and Coronado the next Warner?
Well, they got weaker. He's their
Kiprasov.
Warner.
I think it was the Barry write-up that Pike did. That's
Is that what it was?
No, come on.
Oh, and I know how you love context, right? Just so we have all the facts. If you're wondering why Ryan is talking about hippo tanks and just throwing it out all willy-nilly,
A tweet for the ages.
Astrid was on who he or she was on
Looks like a she, but
I know, but
catfishing, you never know.
was on Twitter on the 21st, so a whole 5 days ago. Sorry, Edmonton, but I don't need to read it.
Sure, you
You're
could. There's
listening.
people
If you're listening, you'll find it.
No,
Look,
just
I
if you're
can read it.
listening, Yeah, Jack, here you go.
Sorry,
Jack,
Edmonton, but the crowd in Dallas is full of ridiculously hot women. Well, every time the camera pans Rogers Arena, it's like a live look at the Hippos tank at the zoo.
Push the button, Dean.
We're out of here.
We're like those dummies in the house. Jack just came in
Yes.
and pantsed somebody, and we all run for the exits. See ya, buddies.